In the vast universe of technology, some stars shine brighter than others. One such star is Tim Sweeney. His story does not begin in a grand observatory or a high-tech laboratory. It starts in a small town with a young boy and a simple machine. Born in Potomac, Maryland, Tim was a curious child. He loved to take things apart to see how they worked. He was fascinated by mechanics and electronics. This early curiosity was the first spark of a fire that would later change the world of digital entertainment. It was a fundamental drive to understand the building blocks of the world around him, a trait shared by many great innovators throughout history. His journey into the digital cosmos began when he was just a child. At age 11, he visited his older brother's new startup in California. There he saw early IBM computers for the first time. It was a pivotal moment. These machines were not just tools, they were gateways to new possibilities. He saw a universe of logic and creativity waiting to be explored. Tim taught himself how to program. He spent countless hours, day and night, learning the language of computers. He was not just playing games, he was learning to create the very rules of the game itself, a skill that would define his entire career. This passion for programming grew stronger with each passing year. While other kids were outside playing, Tim was inside, creating his own digital worlds. He spent over 10,000 hours programming on an Apple II computer. This dedication was extraordinary. He was not just learning a skill, he was mastering it. He was building a foundation of knowledge, brick by digital brick. This intense focus allowed him to understand computers at a very deep level. He was preparing for a future that only he could see, a future where interactive entertainment would become a dominant force in our culture. His early life was a perfect example of how passion can lead to expertise. He used the money he earned from mowing lawns to buy his first computer. This machine became his window into a new reality. He was not just a user of technology, he was a creator. He was driven by a desire to build things that others could enjoy. This simple motivation, born in a suburban home, would eventually lead to the creation of a company that would touch the lives of hundreds of millions of people across the planet. His story is a testament to the power of a single, focused mind to reshape an industry. In 1991, while studying mechanical engineering at the University of Maryland, Tim Sweeney made a bold decision. He decided to start his own company. He was just 20 years old. He called it Potomac Computer Systems. The company's headquarters was not in a fancy office building. It was in his parents' basement. From this humble beginning, he set out to make his mark on the world. He started by selling a simple game he had created, called Z-Eat. He mailed the game to customers on floppy disks, a physical reminder of how far technology has come. ZZT was more than just a game. It was special because it included a game editor. This tool allowed players to create their own levels and worlds. This was a revolutionary idea at the time. It gave power to the players. They could become creators themselves. Tim Sweeney understood that the future of gaming was not just about playing but also about building. He was planting the seeds for a community-driven universe. This core idea of empowering users to create would become a central theme in all of his future work. It was a vision of a shared digital space. As his small company began to grow, he decided to change its name. He wanted a name that sounded big and important. He chose Epic Mega Games. This name reflected his grand ambition. He was not content with making small games. He wanted to build epic experiences that would captivate players. The name was a declaration of his intent to the world. He was aiming for the stars. This change marked a new chapter in his journey, a shift from a one-man operation to a growing force in the emerging video game industry. From that basement, Epic Mega Games began to release successful games like Jazz Jackrabbit. Tim Sweeney was not just a programmer anymore. He was a businessman and a leader. He hired other talented developers and artists to help him realize his vision. The company grew, moving out of the basement and into a real office. But the core spirit remained the same, to push the boundaries of technology and create amazing games. This foundation, built on innovation and a passion for gaming, set the stage for the company's next great achievement. The next major leap for Tim Sweeney and Epic Games was not a game. It was a tool. In 1998, the company released a game called Unreal. The game was a huge success because of its stunning three-dimensional graphics. But the most important part of Unreal was hidden from the players. It was the powerful software used to build the game. This software was called the Unreal Engine. It was a complete set of tools that allowed developers to create their own three-dimensional worlds. It was like giving a paintbrush and canvas to a digital artist. Tim Sweeney made a brilliant business decision. He decided to license the Unreal Engine to other game developers. This meant that other companies could pay to use Epic's technology to make their own games. This was a game changer for the industry. Smaller developers now had access to powerful tools that were previously only available to large companies. It leveled the playing field. It allowed for a new wave of creativity and innovation. The Unreal Engine became the foundation for countless successful games, from small indie titles to giant blockbusters. The Unreal Engine was constantly evolving. With each new version, it became more powerful and easier to use. Tim Sweeney and his team worked tirelessly to add new features. They added better lighting, more realistic physics, and more detailed graphics. They were not just building a product, they were building a platform for creation. The engine became a standard in the industry, used not only for games but also for movies, architectural visualization, and even car design. It was a universal tool for building any kind of virtual experience. This focus on the engine was a core part of Tim Sweeney's strategy. He understood that by providing the tools for creation, he could have a much bigger impact than by just making games himself. He was empowering a global community of creators. The Unreal Engine became a digital ecosystem, a thriving world of developers sharing knowledge and pushing the limits of what was possible. It was a testament to his long-term vision to build the fundamental technology that would power the next generation of interactive entertainment and beyond. In 2017, Epic Games released a game that would become a global cultural phenomenon, Fortnite. Initially, it was a game where players worked together to survive against zombie-like creatures. But a new mode, called Fortnite Battle Royale, changed everything. In this mode, 100 players were dropped onto an island and had to fight until only one was left standing. This simple concept, combined with a unique building mechanic and a vibrant cartoonish art style, became incredibly popular. Millions of people around the world started playing. Fortnite was more than just a game, it became a social space. It was a place where friends could hang out, attend virtual concerts, and watch movie trailers. Tim Sweeney saw this potential early on. He envisioned Fortnite not just as a game, but as a platform for a new kind of social interaction. He was building what many now call the metaverse, a persistent shared virtual world. This vision transformed Epic Games from a game developer into a company at the forefront of online social experiences, attracting players of all ages. The success of Fortnite gave Tim Sweeney a powerful platform to challenge the status quo. He used his influence to fight for a more open and fair digital world. He famously challenged the policies of major app stores, arguing that their fees were too high and their rules were too restrictive for developers. He believes that the internet should be an open platform where creators can connect directly with their audience without powerful companies acting as gatekeepers. This fight is not just about money, it is about the fundamental principles of a free and open digital future. Today, on June 23, 2025, Tim Sweeney continues to push his vision forward. His goal is to build an open metaverse where creators of all sizes can thrive. He wants to create a digital economy where users have true ownership of their virtual items. His work with the Unreal Engine and Fortnite are all steps towards this grand ambition. He is not just building games, he is trying to build the next version of the internet. Tim Sweeney's story is a reminder that one person with a powerful idea and unwavering dedication can indeed build new worlds and change our own.